Well. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, say what? Say what? Say what? Say what? Hey.
What?
Say what, Pastor Munene?
Say what?
Say what? Say money. Oh my God.
Wow.
Tukianza na energy, you know how you
Yes.
go. Nakwambia. Naona kama maridadi.
Masai. I'm not joking today.
Naona po muuza vitabu hao hiyo
Niko serious nimekuja.
I love that. You look so nice today. Mmematch like a couple. Karibuni Medical and Burial Salon, of course, Pastor Sue.
Thank you.
Pastor Munene.
Thank you.
Mmematch pia nyinyi.
We are ready. This is the day. My goodness.
You know, guys,
Yes.
the last time we were here, I'm telling you, it was fireworks.
All right.
It was fireworks.
And we were this.
That's why we have a lot of what, and we were this way.
Yes.
All right. So tonight we have a very interesting topic on say what.
Yeah.
Yes. Tunaongea maneno ya dating. You know, there are people, Pastor Sue. Yes. They have been dating as a career. Watu wamekwa parking. In Nairobi kwanza.
Oh my God.
Msichana date for 6 months. Anashanga, ring kako wapi? First of all, let me ask you.
Yes.
Did he date you? Did Pastor Munene date you?
I think for us, we never dated.
Mulingia tu kama
We
mingia.
took our marriage because we grew up, we knew each other. We come from the same homestead with Pastor Munene. And so for us, the day when we met, and he told me that he wants to give me a hand of marriage and he'd want to share life with me, he told me he will come for the feedback after 3 months. And when, he told me, I want you to go and pray, but you don't need to pray. I've already prayed. Me, I have heard God. And I feel in my spirit that you are my wife. And he told me next year, a time like now, on 10th August, I'll marry you as my wife. And true to his word, 10th August the following year.
No kidding.
Yes.
So you're saying you first of all you didn't
never dated.
You never dated.
Never dated. What happened is that because I knew him, he knew me.
Yes.
So when he told me that he's going to marry me, and so I went now and told my friend, I had only one friend, I told Magdalene, you know what? Pastor Munene came and told me that next year on 10th he will marry me. He told me that's a man of God. I wish it is me who was told such words. So he told me to go, he will come after 3 months.
Yes.
When he came after 3 months, he came with a list. This day we are going to see your parents. This day we are going to dowry. This day will be
a man who knows what he wants.
I'm telling you.
I knew what I wanted.
You didn't take out sweet little nothings. I did here, I did there. Sure.
Of course I did that, but not what we can call a long-time dating.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, the way people can stay maybe 6 months, 1 year, 2 years.
4 years.
Even 7 years. My goodness.
Ni kama wanafanya PhD.
That is
What
marriage.
are you doing for 7 years?
We'll talk to us.
You know, actually for me, I don't advocate long-term dating.
Okay.
Wow.
It is not healthy.
Yeah.
It is not good. And most of the time, it doesn't end up well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know?
That's why, Pastor Munene, you'll hear people say,
Yes.
tumekuwa naye for 5 years, bado he's not going down on his knees.
What are you checking 7 years, 5 years?
Oh, yes.
You are not serious.
Yes.
You are.
Because let me tell you, no matter how long you date someone, there will be something you need to keep on, discovering from your partner. Actually, you can never get to know your partner fully. Whether you date for 1 year, 5 years, or 50 years.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how
Doesn't
long
work.
you date.
All right.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
So for me, of course, I knew who Sue was. We had grown together. We come from the same locality.
Yeah.
And so I knew this girl very well.
Yes.
There was nothing too much for me to learn, actually,
Yes.
even in dating.
Yeah.
But I would say it is important people to date.
important.
What I don't recommend is a very long date.
Prolonged.
It is not healthy. It is not recommendable.
Okay,
Wow.
I like that. We're going to come back to so that you can tell us when you saw Pastor Sue, what is it that you saw? Paka, you told her, I'm coming back for your hand in marriage. We'll get to that. Let's hear from this lovely couple, power couple of Vitabu. Wow. Let me ask you, Ben Clay. I hope I'm Jandika Kitabu about this. I'm a Mendika.
We are working on it. It's the latest baby.
It's the latest.
The youngest baby.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Talk to us. Like, how did you get to know that this is the woman for you?
For us also, just like them.
Para. Akuna.
Just
You're
to
making us feel like we are doing the wrong
Just
thing.
to echo what he has said. We also never dated.
Yes.
Because I think a person, if you are a man and you know what you're looking for,
Yeah.
the moment you sit, you know, this is what I want.
Wow.
So for us, when I saw, I just know this is my wife. Sikuwa na source, you had to end you 1 month, 2 months, knowing you know. So for us, we met in campus and we got married.
First year.
Come on, you guys.
First
You
year.
guys, ama muko mataka expenses za kwenda sijui wapi tao, movies. Na waona.
Wow.
So you just met first year, very
Yeah, actually, our story is quite funny. It's quite unpopular story. But this is how it went. We go to campus and me, I didn't even have plans that we are going to get married.
Did you even want to get
Then
married?
no, I wanted to get married after campus, and my dad, you know, you are a firstborn, and your father is this man of God who is very serious. He takes you to campus, he books you a room, and tells my daughter, now learn. Yeah, the only time we will talk about boyfriend is when you are done with your degree. And now you are going through a white wedding. And I said, Daddy, it's okay. And then he helps you organize your room and such like. And then he goes. Then I remain in the campus. I'm like, you know what? In high school, I was in boarding school. Catholic school, you know, restrictions.
Hey.
I said, when I go to campus, I'll try to. So, Daddy, are you
Kuwa rebel kidogo.
Yes. So nikajipanga, nikasema, mi hata sitaki my friends wanakaa. Organize, nataka ma bad boys.
Bad girls.
Yes, ma bad girls na ma bad boys. Tuende dunda nini
Ma
nasikia
bad
watu
zao
wanaongea hizo
sasa.
vitu. So, I see another boring guy comes.
This one now?
Yeah.
Your husband now?
No, a church guy. Yani nikasema, but we are haezi niingiza box.
boy.
He's harmless. So, at least we unaweza hang around na yeye. At least nikitafuta watu tunaweza enjoy na life because he's talking about the Bible and he's wearing official and those sharpshooter. So I'm safe with him. So I'm telling him, yeah, I want to go to Kilimo. Freshers night. I'm going there, I'm dancing. When do uko mbele, and I used to love dancing. And then I would tell him, one of the things I love most is dancing. Come to my room.
Yes.
See how I'm dancing, gully creeping and all those things. And I would gully creep. I wasn't
Bring
seeing
him to your room to see you dance.
so he was just,
That's a good one.
yeah, but he was telling me, but why can't we go to see you one of the days? I'm like, see you.
All right, so that's how it started.
Yeah, we started like that. And then it was so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 1 week when we met, like in a span of 1 week, I felt like we had known each other for almost a year.
Exactly.
So you felt like you guys knew each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but Pastor Mone, there's something that you guys, both of you have said.
Yes.
And I'm really curious, even if it's just off a topic a little bit.
Yes.
You said that you saw something in Pastor Sue, and the same thing Metli you said about it. When wanawake, they don't have a choice to also see like this can also be my man. I'm just wondering.
I think they do, but I would say this. The word of God says that he that finds a wife gets a good thing and gets favor before the Lord. Not she who finds a husband
Yes.
or a man.
Technical.
So it's not her role to look for me.
Exactly.
It's my role to look for
It
her.
is the responsibility of a man to look for a wife.
Okay.
Why? Because when you initiate the process, you as a man, then you are ready for any responsibility.
Yes.
But when it's initiated from the other side, then when things come from time to time, and they do come in a family, you know, you'll be saying, after all, wewe ndiye ulinikunjia. Mimi sikuwa na shughuli yako. You know, and that will really hurt that girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would even tell the young people today, please, hata kama unasikia umechochwa na muna gani, na mambo imekuwa too much, please don't go for the boy. Let the young man come for you.
You know that's so difficult, Pastor Sue, in this day and age.
Yes.
Because there's female empowerment.
Yes.
Women are told, you know, even you can do it. You
Yes.
can approach this person.
Yes.
Come on, and a sleki, drop that message.
Yes.
To be empowered.
No, I think the best thing, as Pastor Munene has said, and this is so powerful.
Yes.
You know, a man determines whether this family is going to go far or not.
Yes.
No matter how much the woman wants to really keep the marriage. And we have seen that, that most of the marriages, as Pastor Munene keeps saying, are mostly 90% are destroyed by the men.
Yeah.
You get the point? You have children who are left, women who are left pregnant by men, men who left for other women, men who went to drunkenness, men who went out of the country to look for money. That's what he says. And he says the man plays a very important role. Because when a woman tells you that I want want to share life with you. She means she actually gives herself wholly.
Yes.
The spirit, the soul, and the body.
Okay.
Anajitoa kama sandaka. You get the point?
Buhanga.
Yeah,
Another one.
like a pig. The way a
Yes,
pig
sacrifice.
gives everything. And so when this woman is the one who initiated, and this man, the initiative was not there, he might not take much responsibility. And that's why I keep telling the girls, kindly close your legs first. Understand what kind of a man he is. Don't open.
Very, very
the
important.
minute, listen to this.
Yes.
Never give something tangible, which is your private part as a girl, because of a promise. It must be promise versus
a promise.
Where?
Not tangibility with a promise. That's where we go wrong.
And that is the mistake many young people
This is powerful.
have made today.
Have made today, my dear.
That is the greatest mistake they have made today.
The minute when a guy comes and tells me, oh girl, you're beautiful, I want you to be like the way Pastor Munene came. Promise must be, you have promised me. I also promise you. But not to reach a level whereby after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I want to open my legs to give something tangible. Remember the way the wiring of a man. He's an adventurer. Man wants to adventure this woman, another, and they'll never get tired of that. And so you've got to make sure he doesn't venture in between the legs. You must keep your 1% closed completely. It's called 1% medically.
1%.
Just 1%?
1% must, the 99, 1%.
What do you need?
80%.
Yes.
I would say it's about 80%.
Because life begins from there.
Yes.
Life, unity begins from there.
Okay.
And so you have to be very careful and intentional as a girl. And that's why I keep telling the girl, for sexual purity in any relationship, the girl matters. It is the girl
Not
who
the
makes
man.
this relationship,
Not
whether
the
you
man.
are going to go until the end when you will marry or not. Because a man anaweza simamisha kila wakati.
Na ni
If
ukweli.
he stands for 5-11 times in 24 hours, knowing or not knowing. Once when he sees you, then he'll be turned on. He'll be turned on. But girls, we are not turned on by just a man standing. We must have that emotional connection. So I want to tell the girls, please make sure you keep cool. Ukiona nakwambia hapana kuja kwangu, let's have dinner. Don't meet in an open place where you cannot even candle, you can't even kiss, you can't even have
anything.
You get the point, So girls have to be very intentional, and that's what I did to Pastor Monene. I never visited his house. I never allowed him. I had a hospital. I had a house I was given by the hospital where I was working. I never allowed him to come. And the day when he came, he was actually bringing for me the program, and I made sure 2 of my friends were within the house, so that asifikiria kuna kitu ingine tunaweza fanya.
Walikuwa hapo kublock.
No, yes, I had to block completely. And when you do that, the man keeps wondering, this girl is so unique. You're not like other girls. And that uniqueness of staying, chaste until the very right time makes a man wonder, is this now another adventure? This is another adventure of a girl. Because most of the girls are very willing to just give in, because women think, girls think when they have toa with a girl, it is okay to you, it's a sign of love, but for man, he was releasing. After 72 hours, you're gonna feel like you want to
mahali kaleo na
so kwa nini mtu akuharie ovyo
And if
na hata kwa bwana yako?
No, you love somebody,
Yes.
you will protect them.
Thank you.
Because love protects, but lust
destroys.
Leo mmekuja na ubaya. I love that. Pastor Munene, just a brief minute expound on that.
Yes. When you love somebody, you want the best out of them. You don't want to destroy them. You don't want to mess up with their life. I mean, you can afford to wait for them. You can afford to tell them, because I love you, I will wait for the right time. But when you don't love somebody, you'll be in a hurry. Let me say this, men are men. Once they have done that, they forget about you. After all, what else do they want out of you?
Yes. They're just like any other girl he has ever met.
Exactly.
That's the most unique thing about a girl. You must keep your legs closed and make sure you also clothe in a way suggestive that you don't allow him to think that you need toa. Like I keep telling girls when you go for a date, watch a kuwa na body language. You keep on changing. So this man thinks he thinks you are honey. You are honey, and you are not. Keep put up. Afadhali hata ugande mikono, and nguo ikue below the knee, you can't put up, because you want to know what kind of a man this man is.
What is the purpose of dating? The purpose of dating is to take data.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
The purpose of dating
Is to take data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's an achieve?
Wow.
Start from that point of view.
Powerful.
What they are saying is, I think when people are dating, there's this thing we call that I can't wait for. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to make you my wife. I can't wait to see you cook for me. I can't wait to see you in a white gown. I can't wait to see you do this. So now, when you are dating and then this I can't waits are removed, then that's where dating becomes prolonged for many years.
Yes.
Because now you've played all the wifely roles.
Wow.
Friday ikifika jioni, umetoka job, umeenda kwa jamaa.
Yes.
All the clothes that he is wearing the whole of this week,
Yes.
you are there washing,
Washing
unaosha, unasugua ukuta, you want to prove that you are a wife material. You do thorough cleaning. And then that's on Friday, Saturday. On Sunday,
Yes, sir.
unapika githeri, unaweka kwa fridge. Unapika managu, kunde, saga, suza, unaweka kwa guru. Unapika chapati 20, unaweka kwa fridge. Unapika kuku to ensure that it's going to push him the whole week.
The whole week.
And then on that Sunday night, unapatia all styles. Monday unatoka kama una limp, going back to your home. Now, this man, yes, bill affair. So this man has nothing that is waiting to look, nothing.
I think
So he has received everything. Ushakuwa bibi hasa. What else is waiting to see?
Yeah.
From
I think the moment the moment a man gets benefits of committed relationship without the responsibility, he won't see the need for going all the way. Because men love it free. They can prolong it as long as possible, as long as they're getting the sex the way they are saying, as long as they're getting the benefits of wifely roles. So you withholding that is bringing up him to accountability.
Yes.
He needs to take responsibility, plan the dates, you settle down, and then that's when you'll get him to settle, to plan for the wedding and such marriage plans will make it easier for him.
Let me ask you about that, especially coming to our generation. Not even our, actually, I am finally on the other side.
All right.
Now let's talk about Gen Zs, right? The newest, right?
Yeah.
So for them, things is microwave style.
Yeah.
Put it in, quick, it's hot, you know. They don't have the time to actually do the things that you guys are saying. Be patient, or let me not give it to him. The lifestyle has completely changed.
Yeah.
So what happens when it comes to them finding love and them finding meaningful relationships?
I think
How does that happen?
What is happening now is people have gone way past what was original. People have embraced these cultural changes, social media, and all these flows. Yani, when you see a couple, there is no process being displayed. You are only seeing a perfect couple. You've never seen them fight. You've never seen them grow from one level to another, grow their communication.
Right.
So people are always looking for finished products, perfect things.
Yeah.
And that doesn't promote sensual growth. Yani emotional growth of a couple, friendship doesn't grow. So that makes the relationship very shallow.
Yes.
Because there is no any other thing that can build them together stronger except the physical intimacy.
Yes.
But physical intimacy should come after spiritual and emotional intimacy.
Okay.
These ones must be so much built. And if you introduce sex early, there is no sensual emotional connection. Inaitwa non-sensual connection.
Yes.
That is what builds a relationship, whereby you feel your person, even if you don't have sex with them, you feel they are yours.
It's not physical.
Yeah, it's more than physical. So people need to build that friendship, build the bond, and when they've built that bond, the physical intimacy should just come. Yeah.
Pastor Munene, you guys have 3 Gen Zs.
Yes.
Wisdom, my favorite. I don't know why you've not come with him today.
And unity.
And unity. Let me ask you, considering and being alive to the fact that the newness of this generation is very different from how Pastor Munene alikupata.
Yes.
What are you teaching them different about, dating and values? What are you saying to them so that you're also not unrelatable?
Yeah.
That they also understand that they're in a different generation.
Yes.
With different times and the digital technology and social media.
Wow.
How do you coach them into having meaningful relationships?
I think one of the things that the parents have to understand is that we are living with children who have a lot of information about relationship and about sex, about everything. Because now the world has become a global platform.
Yeah.
And so we need not to stay our heads in the sand and agree that really every information is available. And one of the things that I would encourage all the parents who have the Gen Z and Alpha is to have a very open communication with your children. Like for us, we introduced children sex when they were less than 5 years. And keep telling
that
them,
one is now, that's crazy.
That's,
That's crazy, Pastor Sue. 5 years.
Yes, because that is when
What are you telling
the
a
phallic
five-
stage.
That
the
is
phallic
even
stage,
late.
according to psychologists. That's the right stage to teach them
Yeah.
about sex, because that's when they are seeing they have a penis, they have a vagina, and they are wondering, why am I not like my brother? Why am I not like my sister? If you don't tell them at that time, you might miss another opportunity to actually establish that talk when they have that desire. And so one of the
That's a whole topic.
yeah, that's a
whole
another
topic.
topic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing that I would say is that these children who are our children, one of the things we have to do is just have an open. Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? And today, if you hear that your girl has a relationship with another a boy with a girl, then it's good to go. You know your son is normal.
Yeah.
You know when you hear your girl is getting attracted to boys, you know
Yeah,
it is
it
normal.
is, exactly.
You can just thank God and tell God, thank God this child has
things
not
are
been
different,
brainwashed
honestly.
by
Things
the
are
systems of the world. And so one of the things you have to tell them is how do you go about dating? Like when you meet, what do you do? Tunakula pizza, tunakula KFC, and then after that, tunaangaliana tu, tunaambiana sweet nothings. Then after sweet nothings, uamushangi, mamsi ni lazima.
Like you
joy
talk to-
gana
like that's
amke.
true wisdom.
Yeah, that's wisdom. I have to talk to him that way.
Even the rest.
Yes,
Why
even the
not?
rest.
Even you, Pastor Munene,
Oh,
would you
Talk
let me-
about
Oh,
that.
yes. Why
We
not?
Talk about sex, and then
Yes.
I tell him now, if peradventure you go to a place whereby you want to invite this girl, and she comes in your house and you want to have sex, what would that be? And then he tells me, Mom, sasa mambo ya sex, si unatumia CD. Mwambia ni sawa, umetumia CD. Umetumia CD, umeprevent mtoto.
Yes.
But you have not prevented the connection, the sexual connection that comes between a husband and a wife, because prayer before you go to sex, you have already done all this candling and all that, and that's the most important thing. And so our children, you have to have a very open discussion, understand where are they coming from, and then get them from there without condemning them, and without showing them like they are satanic, they are demonic, they are now having very funny behavior. No, just get to know, and then from there pick up a conversation. And the good thing is now we have the internet. You can even ask the Google and ChatGPT
Yeah,
the
got
same
it.
question, and it gives you answers. So we are living in a time where information is so much available. But one of the things that is very important, you've got to walk with this son, you've got to walk with this daughter, and ask them, so when you go, what do you do? No, we kiss. No, Mama, do you know kissing is what brings this? Are you aware that there are diseases that can come through kissing? Hepatitis B. You know, you explain to them the consequences. Place to them life and death. Let them choose. Let them make a choice. Because you can't keep following them wherever they are. And you want to know whether we may have sex or not. No. You just have to keep on repeating those things until they build a character. Number two, tell them the importance of not watching porn. You know, this secular music where girls are open and boys are just there, you know, because it will arouse their sexual whatever, that urge, desires.
But it's so hard to control that. Do you know that?
But
Yeah,
you
it is
just talk to them.
difficult.
So hard.
Keep on saying.
You just keep on talking to
saying it.
them.
Yeah, unawambia mambo ya masturbation. What are the side effects of masturbation? Like my children now, because of seeing what I do, they're like, I mean, Mom, you mean masturbation? I saw these side effects. You mean erectile dysfunction can be brought by someone involving themselves into other masturbation? Teach them, let them know what are the consequences of having Samantha if they want to have one because they don't want a wife. What are the consequences, my daughter, of having a dildo? You know,
Pastor
and
Sue
how
and
do they?
Ajua Samantha.
In other words,
Yes.
read the information
Yes, absolutely.
there
Yeah.
to them.
Wow.
Don't hide anything.
Wow.
Days are gone when we can say that now a 10-year-old doesn't know anything.
Yes.
Us during our time, and Sarana, you can bear witness with me.
Yes.
During our time, even when you are 20, you knew nothing.
You knew nothing.
I was in class 5.
You're confused.
When I was in class, I was in class 5 and I was asking my sister,
Yes.
why do I wear shorts and you people wear dresses? I never knew what was the difference.
Class
Yes.
five.
Class 5.
Yes.
Where?
You
But
know
now a grade 2, a PP1 knows
Yes.
that I'm a girl and
And I'm so happy with what I saw you doing the other day, talking to your children about sex.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw you doing that. What my wife actually is talking yesterday.
Yes.
You know, at that age.
and she's 3 years old.
Exactly.
I
You
know
know,
3 years.
Yes.
teach them in a language they can understand. You see, there is the way you introduce sex education to a child. And I think that should be a topic by
That's a
itself.
whole topic.
Yes,
Next week.
how do you
Absolutely.
introduce, sex to a child without creating curiosity. That is the issue.
Yes.
You know, many parents, they don't know how to do that. And we need to learn that. So today's generation, you cannot tell them not to meet, not to date, not to do all that.
Mingle.
They will mingle. They will do all that. So you need to know as a parent, how do you empower yourself?
Wow.
Because now here, the job here is with the parent.
Yes.
You empower yourself so that if wisdom come, if winner come, I have information on what to talk to them about dating.
Yes.
You
Like
get
you don't
it.
become
But
shy
not
and start telling them.
sisimame na vijana, sisimame na msichana. That's nonsense.
Yeah.
They need to stand with them. Standing with them means
So that
what?
they
It's not doesn't mean sex.
Yes.
So you have to explain to them details. Ask them whether they have boyfriends. What are they talking? You know, like I remember one time my daughter was telling me, Mom, I have these two guys who are in love with me. How do I know who is genuine? Nikamwambia, at this time it is not possible for you to make a decision when it comes to relationship. And scientifically it has been proven that if a guy and especially guys, men, I think because they are the ones who approach women, if you have not been 25 years, your brain, your soul, and your body has not matured to a level whereby you can make a decision on who to marry and who not to marry. Because when you marry fast, when ukimari when you are young, unaonanga kama kuna milestone you jump. So you want to go and adventure.
Yes,
you know, this is milestone that you jumped on. And so people have to know that their life has its own stages. Just allow yourself to go through the stages, assist your children with the information, create a platform where they can talk. And the good thing is we have TikTok. If you see something, share it with your son and ask him, what is your opinion about this? Nakwambia, sio ni mambo yetu ya Gen Z. Nakwambia, what about it? You know, begin a topic
That's
even from us.
curiosity.
That's the way to create a relationship with your children in such a way that you are showing them dating is good, but there are boundaries. There are things that you should not do. You can hug, but you can't go to a deep kissing until you are honey. You know, you can't meet in your house. You will end up going to Toa. And you see now, at the end of the day, when you get a child, you know, when you get a child when you are 18 years, 20 years, what is that? You have actually messed your life to some extent. So let's place the information bare. Let them make an informed choice.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Let me come to you now for the two people who are of good age and now they're ready to. They've met. They're like, okay, I like what I see. They want to get deeper. What can you say so that we don't have a long-term, dating, career or life? Trying to chase a PhD in dating. What are the things from your experience and from your knowledge that there should be the bare minimums, the things that I should quickly look out for? Even for a woman, how do I know that this guy hanipeleki hivi na nijitoe? And even for a man, like how do you know like this is the kind of woman that I want to make my wife and the mother of my kids?
Exactly.
Those things, what are those things that we should look out for?
Number one is values. Shared values. What are my values and what are your values? What are your beliefs about marriage and what are my beliefs about marriage? I may ask you, what do you think about marriage? And you're like, siku hizi ndoa ni kujaribu tu, unajua ni scam. That's what ishakwambia, you're not in the same line of thought. But she tells you, by the way, me, I'm looking for someone who will build a family with. I can't wait the day I'll be there with my children, my husband, we are growing together. At least you are seeing if that's also your value, then we are sharing values.
All right.
Yeah.
So ngoja hapo kwa hiyo values. So you've said the number one thing is values.
Values.
All right. Ukisikia nasema manze mimi siamini Kenya kuna mabibi ama mabwana.
Anakuambia sijui ati all men are the same, all men are dogs, daughters of Jezebel, all those things. The moment unaanza kusearch jua huyu hakuna penye tunaenda.
Run.
All right.
Number 2.
No tunakuja.
Okay.
Najua kuna points kibao hivi. Hold. Paka na sweat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about dating to marriage. Some of you guys I know, some of us tumesuffer in Nairobi manze. Una date lakini hakuna ring. All right, so let's take a short commercial break. We're coming back with Say What?
Our world is changing every day, and so should we, for the better. Each week, we tackle the big why, the question that should be on everyone's mind. Why isn't this fixed yet? Deforestation, global warming, and the adverse effects of climate change. The future isn't just something that we inherit, it's something that we create. Join us on The Green Fix as we tell the stories of those who refuse to give up. When it comes to fixing the planet, there is no time to waste. Join me, Shiksha Arora, on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on The Green Fix as we look into the big why, you and I.
For comprehensive information and education on your health, Body Garage is here.
Don't allow anyone to pluck out your good tooth as long as it is strong and stable.
Cancer doesn't start today and you get the symptoms tomorrow. By the time you pick it or the time it is manifesting in you, probably will be there about 5 to 10 years.
The eye is the window to the rest of the body.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
And of course, you at home do take your water.
So the ultimate test is actually you check your urine. Your urine should be clear.
Clear like the water?
Yes. Should be able to see the other side of the urine. If your urine is colored or has changed color, you cannot see the other side, then you have not taken enough water.
Don't forget regular health checkups. Early detection saves.
All right, and welcome back to Say What. Munajua topic leo ni ile moto. Kuna watu wataki kusikia hizo, wanaangalia TV wako like asawe beti hiyo topic ya leo ni gani? Ni nyinyi tunaongelea muna date sina wenyewe for 10 years. Pastor Nene amesema Z. Kata hiyo story. Let's go to what you're saying. So you're saying that one of the things that you should look out for values. Number 2?
Number 2 is faith. Faith is very, very important.
Your belief system.
Yeah, or your belief system. I can even talk about things like church. Where do I fellowship? Where do you fellowship? These things we ignore them when we are dating, but when we get married, there are serious issues. For example, when I got Beryl, she was an Anglican. I was a PAG. I don't know what you know what PAG means. PAG is whereby we go to church and beat drums.
Okay.
We jump until the Holy Spirit catches you. Munaanza kupiga nduru kanisani. Hasa hapo mnasema kanisa imeshika.
Okay.
Their church ni ile ya...
Ati sasa ndo kanisa imeshika.
Yes.
Sasa mnene mnafikanga hiyo level.
Hapana, hiyo.
And now kanisa yao ile ni kutendeleza pole pole. You sing, stand up, sit down, hymn books, nini. Yeah. So now I bring her to my church. And people are jumping, women are falling down, it's Holy Spirit, and she's like, what's happening? So when we came, I was like, she was like, that's madness. I was offended that she's calling my church madness. That was a high level of spirituality, you're calling it madness. What one does, but she's just, I was feeling so bad. So we went to her church also, and I felt it was so boring. Namuza now praise and worship iko wapi? Akasema, tushamaliza ibada. Hata tujaimba, tujaklap anything. So this was now, at the end, now, where will you fellowship when you get married? Are you going to fellowship in Anglican or PAG?
Yes.
And I can't leave my church. This is where I grew up. I can't leave this church.
Absolutely.
I'm a Catholic.
Yes.
I can't leave Catholic.
Yeah.
I'm Anglican. I'm an SDA. I can't change. But as you love him or cloud, you don't even look at this faith. So for us, what we did, after talk up in the summer, now let us look for a neutral church. Look at after Sitam. That's where we began from now. Sitam, PAG kidogo, Anglican kidogo. Yeah, this is what we're comfortable.
Yes.
So now, if you don't discuss faith when you are dating, you'll get in marriage, mtu anakuambia, in my house we are going to this church. Sitakubali uende huko.
And then you've qualified it because you know they are very successful Muslim, Christian.
Yes, yeah.
So it's about ku-agree.
Ku-agree. Atuseme church yenu ni mbaya, but now we must discuss which do you think when you get married we'll go to this church? Nasema mimi siwezi enda hiyo. Then no, then we better just stop this because you may think that faith is something small. Ati mimi nitaje ndo kanisa yako uende kwa yangu. When kids come, are they going with the dad or with the mom?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So faith is another very important thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3 is purpose. Why are we dating? We have serial daters. People who they have mastered the art of dating. Anajuanga after 6 months, naeka kando, naenda kwa mwingine. 6 months, naeka kando. So ask him, what is the aim of this dating? Where are we going to? What's the end purpose of this dating? Kabla muingie kwa hiyo, put that boundary. Ajue kwanza. Okay, we are dating for just because mtu anakuja just for the sake of exploring. People are just there maybe just to pass time. Na ushasema nishapata mtu, God thank you, now I want to commit. The other party is not committed. The other party is just there to pass time. So you must know the purpose. So muulize, now that we have met, what's the aim of this relationship? Me, I want to marry you. Okay, you want to marry me by when? The way Pastor Man told her, by next year August. By next year August. So what are we going to do? So by the end of this month, I would like us to go to my home, you know, my parents. I'd like to go to introduction. Let those things be in picture. Like if you at least taki kumuuliza what is happening, ataniacha. So unakata you ask for sex, you are given, you ask what you are given, and then after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when are we getting married? I know, mimi by then niko na wife, ama niko na girlfriend nataka kuoa. Wewe ulikuwa tu mtu wa kupass time. So know the purpose very clearly.
That can be hurtful. Yeah. So I think also in the dating pool there are two pools. There is the dirty pool of dating and the clean pool of dating. And both of them exist. It depends with you and what you want and your bargaining power. If you are going with the bare minimums, please settle for the dirty pool of dating and stay there as long as possible. But if you are ready for something serious, something tangible, then it is purpose-driven, it is there are core values, it is value-centered, there are principles, there are accountabilities, there is something you are planning together. You guys are discussing things like hobbies, like goals. What will we become after 5 years? What do you love doing? But here in the dirty pool of dating, it's about experience. It's about what you see on social media. It's about the vibe. It's about chemistry. Here is bigger than the chemistry. It goes beyond the body, the shape, the looks, and all those things. So there are these two pools. These pools, both of them, why most people remain in the dirty pool of dating is because they commit so early through sexual intimacy. And this, once you've committed to somebody, when they detach from you, it hurts more than if you would have taken time to study them, to know them. We were having a counseling the other day of a girl who experienced that. This girl is a very good girl from the church, and he meets this guy, and this guy, kumbe, is a serial dater. The guy tells her, I want, your friend is disturbing me, I want you now because things are not working with us. And then they begin, okay? When in the process of beginning, this guy loses the job and moves to the girl's house. The girl has her principles of not sleeping around before marriage. But this guy now saying, we are staying together, why can't I have sex? You are my woman. And he's demanding until they came to the counseling because he feels the girl is not complying well.
Because he moved to this lady's house, he should get sex.
Yes. So after that, now when he detached, now he forces the lady to that setup of having sex, and the lady provides food, provides rent, and all those things. Now after this girl does everything, things were not working, she pays for the counseling. The guy now walks away to that former girlfriend. Now this is a serial dater.
And
that is a red flag. If you meet a guy who tells you, oh, things are not working well for me, currently I don't have a job, just hold me in, I'll get some money, and then you go and take a loan, you go for dowry repayment. That is a dirty.
I'll refund when I get a job.
Can I say something here? As she comes in. There's a point that my wife have just said, and I agree with that. That in dating, it is very important to set boundaries.
That's what I was going to come to.
Oh, really? Then we are really...
It's no boundaries.
You know, actually they have already started talking about that. You see, and I think there are 2 or 3 boundaries I'm thinking about. One of them is financial boundaries.
Wow.
Very, very important.
Wonderful.
So that when you go for dating and you are talking, let's not misuse one another. Sababu mimi niko na pesa na wewe hauna. You start now misusing me simply because of what I have. So I think it's very, very important to agree and to talk about, what are you really going to how are you going to spend your money? So finance is something very, very important. Don't misuse your partner just because they have money. Hata kama hauna, hata kama ni kidogo, hiyo kidogo uko nayo.
Ng'ang'ana nayo.
Ng'ang'ana nayo. And also be generous. You see, you may not be having money. I have a little money. let's share the little that I have.
I understand.
You get it.
Yes,
Don't be mean because you don't have. There are some guys who are just mean. Yani umepeleka date. Na badala yawe kama kijana usimamie bill. You know unangojea dem alipe. Where do you come from really?
Uko na 1K.
You know? Yes. It is very...
And also another thing also on that money boundaries, you find that there are ladies who pay the house for the man or vice versa, school fees. You know, you get the point. You start buying things together and you are dating. You don't do that. That's very wrong. You start buying property with this person. And then later on when he thinks of another person, it's very difficult to know whose money was this. So that's something that we must really avoid. Don't take a wife and think that you will nurture her. Take her to primary school, secondary school, and then take her to campus. Akifika huko, she will find another class of herself. Men have really been hurt because of investing in girls. Saidia mtu without strings attached. If you want to pay for somebody's school fees, this girl is very beautiful and all that. Don't have a mentality that I will marry her. During the graduation day, you will be surprised. Akikuja na mtu ambaye ni wa klasi yake. Now where you spend all your money, you never assisted your parents in the name that you have a girlfriend. It's a mistake and something that has messed girls and also messed boys, men, but mostly men are the ones who have suffered.
Actually,
so
I have heard about a certain man who educated a certain girl all the way she became a lawyer, went out of the country, and then they were supposed now to, come together for marriage. Wakati dada aligraduate, that was the end of that relationship.
That was the end of that relationship.
After becoming a lawyer.
The man became so bitter. He stayed so many years without marrying until we had to do counseling for him to accept that he's the one who was in the wrong and forgive himself and begin a new relationship. He had said he will never marry again.
Oh my God. That is so powerful because a lot
don't have money boundaries.
Wacha kulipa school fees. Ama iwe ndio wewe unalipa nyumba.
Patie chakula na
Exactly. Please don't do that. Now you are going overboard.
So you're saying as long as there is no commitment, that this is my wife, this is my husband. There are no
boundaries.
And also don't make babies.
Just finish it.
Exactly, which is very, very important. The other thing, and I think Saranos have just said about it, is the physical boundaries. Very, very important. You agree this time for dating. It's not time for tour. It's not time for children. There's time. And again, if today you start with the best thing, when you get in marriage, what are you going to discover? Already you have discovered everything. Already you have eaten your cake.
Number 2, why would you want to pay for a cow and you are getting the milk free?
All right.
Why would you want to buy that cow and milk you are getting it? And the purpose of this is cow is to give you milk.
Oh,
so you have to also have physical boundaries, not watoa at all. Na kikuja alale kama anakuja alale teburu na lock the door kabisa. Na usiende kususu kae ndani mpaka atoke.
Yeah, and another thing, and I know we have already talked about that, maybe my number 3 was that social boundary, and I think Betty has talked about that.
Very powerful.
Whereby if we are dating with you, I don't expect ati nasikia uko na kijana mwingine mlikuwa mumeenda ati hiking. You had gone for hiking. You had gone for a walk at the Karura. My goodness. And you are my fiancé. Really?
But you are sending a video.
If you have not expressly said or proposed to this girl, is it okay for a woman or a man to have 1 or 2 options?
That's okay.
If you are still, there's no commitment, you are allowed to mingle around.
Mingle around.
But I've never defined who we are. I've never defined who we are. You are allowed to have even 3 other men. Until I come and tell you now the purpose of us is for marriage.
Good.
Now you begin now setting them apart. Unaanza kuweka your bound now from today, I'll not be going hiking with you because I have now a man who is serious with me. Without commitment, so always niambia who is that? Now you niambia anything. Nani unachati na yeye? And you will not tell me who are we? We have never defined who we are. Define us first.
That is it.
Define us first.
That is it.
Yes. Define this relationship.
Yes, so there has to be a definition.
Define, yes. If he has not defined who we are,
you're free.
Then I am free to talk with anybody, to chat with anyone, to call anyone for hours. Usimulize ati nani ulikuwa unampigia usimu sana ya usiku, nani mnaongea naye sana. But you are just like any other guy in the pool. That's why it's a dating pool. That I can talk to this guy, I can talk to this guy. Yeah. The day you now make a commitment and tell me now, I think I found you as my lady I want to marry, then now we reduce my cycle. Okay, now we focus on you. Now where accountability comes in, now you can ask me, who is this guy? Oh, by the way, this was the guy who was nilikuwa na kitambo lakini I'm cutting him off. Now you can question me. But before that, wachana na mimi.
Wow. Wachana na mimi. Also very
even in the dating,
that's winding up.
Yeah, even in the dating pool, there is commitments. There is things like respect. There is things like being a healthy friend or a healthy partner to your spouse. I was seeing on the newspaper the other day, a man marrying her girlfriend of 15 years, and they have like 4 babies, baby number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm like, what? This was just like marriage, you see? So those boundaries are it's very good we have clear boundaries so that people do not get so much hurt. People are getting hurt, girls are getting hurt mostly because of the situationships. And those are the things we call dating. Dating is very different from the situationships. The situationships are transactional. Give me, I give you. And that is so self-centered, so selfish. Dating it's long-term. It leads to peace and there is much fruit, which leads to marriage. But hii ingine hii miondoko hii ni biashara.
Yeah. All right, as we wind up.
Yes, I would want to give a caution when it comes to dating, and I hope this will make some sense.
We are listening.
I hope so. Dating is good, but I have reservation when it comes to social media dating.
Yeah. But you ndo nini? Squeezy. You ndo form squeezy.
Yes. Unadate mtu ako UK na we uko Kenya. You get it, eh? You have never met. You have never, known each other. Mumeonania kwa mtandao. I have reservation on that. Because there are so many things about this person you may not be able to learn or to know. I would encourage people, if you are serious about this relationship, about this commitment, please, hata kama ni ndege, ingia, eda, travel. Hii mambo ya kusema we are going to meet during the wedding day or the dowry day, then the wedding day. My friend, kuna picha tu itatoka and you never expected some of these things. And so by the end of the day, you might surprise yourself thinking you are surprising us.
Yes. So the long distance dating.
The long distance dating has its own challenges. I would say, please, to some people, it may work, but a very small percentage. A very small percentage.
I also want to add something on what Pastor Munene has said. If you are a girl, because girls are the ones who look very desperate to get married.
We are many,
because I think we feel we are men are few and we are many. But it's important for you to know, if you find a guy who is past 35, a guy, girls can be, but a guy who is past 35, 45 years, and he's telling you he has never married, that he's just alone. No, something is not wrong. Something is not right.
There's something wrong.
There is something that is not adding up. You know, at 48 years, anakwambia, I'm so happy you are my first. No, you need to do a little bit of due diligence. Because
Bono 35
and above, because men generally, men at 35, they have settled. Men don't have much. It's not like us girls. For us, we are a bit, sijui nini, you are the firstborn, you're the one taking the roles. But a man, you find a man and he tells you he has never married, and you must do a lot of due diligence, and please don't go into bed with that man very fast. You might find other things that he's trying to cover up. Or someone who tells you, I was once married, but tukaachana na mke wangu, and we divorced, and there's no letters, there's nothing. You need to be very careful, because most of the men, wale wameachwa na the first wife, most of the men, I tell you, what will cost the first wife to go will be the same cost for the second and the third and the fourth to go. Because people don't change.
Yes.
You're getting the point, eh? And so you have to be very careful, you know. And if it is death, what was the cause of the death of the wife? Yeah, because kama unaweza kuta hata wewe umesambasiwa umeenda.
My God.
Sometimes even if you are
Very important.
Very important.
Don't be quick
I
to
agree.
take somebody in bed and have to watu munaenda munafanywa HIV and immediately that night mumeshaanza sex, raw sex. No, it's very wrong because you haven't understood this person. Na ukiona mtu ambaye anataka sana sana mu have sex before marriage, ni wangapi amefanya hivyo before they met you. So that as a girl you must know, I'm not the first one, because if you see a person pushing you to have sex, he has been pushing other women to do the same. Number 3 or whatever, it could be this man anaweza kuwa na nyonga manki. Alinyonga, he has no attraction to the opposite sex. That's a dilemma now I'm having.
Tell us
Oh
about
God, it's so sad, and I want to speak this to my girls. When you find a man who has stayed for many years, you know, over 40 years, 35 years, 38, and he tells me he has no girlfriend, he has no past, hakuna mtu, at nothing, at no body count. Huyo amekuwa kijicount. Yeah, that's a serial masturbator.
Yes.
And when a man masturbates, when a man masturbates, one thing he does, he disconnects himself with the feminine energy and he remains with his masculine energy. That's one thing. And number 2, another thing, he destroys the muscle of the joy gun. Unakuta ya kwamba ni kadogo, unashindwa Mungu wangu. Why would this be? You get the point, eh? Number 3, also, he has PE. Immature, anakuja haraka sana, unashindwa, huyu mtu kwani yako na timer, 30 seconds. Now, after that, he cannot rise up to the occasion. Another thing also you find is that he's so much attached to gadgets. You know, hana my friends, because masturbation keeps you away from friends and relationships. Because it's like you feel like everybody knows you do.
Yes.
And so they have a very low self-esteem. They have a problem with shame. They have a problem with that confidence, the confidence of approaching a woman. And so you need to be very careful, because unaweza kuta huyu mtu ashajiharibu. You get the point? So munajaribu, kumbe huyu jamaa amekuwa kinyonga, amenyonga. Sasa kufa. Ukienda hapo hawezi hata kitu ingine hakuna. Na kwa hivyo we need to tell the men that who have been there, because some of us may have nyongaed because they didn't know that there is a side effect. At least if you are there, you need to look for Pastor Sue. So that now we treat those side effects. You rise up to the occasion, and so you can have the good joy gun. Inapeleka mama nasikia Yesu ni Bwana. Sasa wewe unakuta ya kwamba you are the main character and you keep dying before the movie is over. How can a main character who is the man die before the movie is over? What are you doing to your girl? What are you doing to your wife? And so if you are there, kindly seek help. There is hope for you.
If you find
Maybe I add something to what Pastor
I finish by saying that if you find somebody in dating and in courtship and they don't want to introduce you to their friends, that one is a red flag. Tumekaa mwaka mmoja, I don't see your friends. You don't take me to your mother, to your uncle, to your auntie.
Akona mume, akona watoto.
It is a red flag.
Yeah.
If you find that kind of a relationship, you better.
You are the two of you only.
You better learn.
Run in the name of the Lord.
Yes.
Run.
Yes. There's danger.
I want to add something to what Mama said before I forget it.
Yes.
There is something about masturbation and financial, I don't know, productive. There is a relationship. Men who masturbate are broke. These are the men who move in with the ladies.
Broke.
If you hear Nakwambia,
you can
they're broke. Because we had a group for masturbators. There were 300. Yes.
Wow.
In one sitting.
Nigeria wapi, not just Kenyans. It's a WhatsApp. So when we organized the counseling, ours is psychological. Mom does that medical part. So ours we do just to see how they can navigate out of it. These guys didn't have money. Most of them are saying, me, I lost my job. I moved from my job. I'm trying to... Because this thing keeps them away from productivity. They are so much absorbed with this energy, and it keeps them in low frequency. So when you realize your guy is always complaining about money, he's betting, he's gambling, that is a dirty pool of dating.
Thank you.
That is a masturbator.
yeah.
So those are red flags. Girls have to look.
Finally, Pastor Su.
Wow.
Ama tungeanza na medley finally.
Yes. Yeah, then we come to
then
So finally, I'll say that if you found someone who wants to date you, even before he takes to his parents, tell him that take me to your mentor.
Wow.
The person who mentors you. Huyu ndiye kwa mtu wa kwanza.
Yes.
For accountability purposes. You find a person who he's serious about marriage and he doesn't have a mentor, huyo ni scam.
Huyo ni scam.
So that in case you misbehave, you can say, okay, Pastor Sue, this is the lady I want to marry.
Yeah.
She is so and so, she's called Beryl. In case of anything, Beryl can come and approach them. The guy who came with me, Salano, amefanya visit.
Yes.
There is someone to account. Before the mwende kwa wazazi, there should be an accountability structure in your relationship.
Yes.
That's what I'll just say.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
I want to say this, and this is very important to every person who is listening to me, and especially if you are dating. Dating a married man or a married woman is like driving a parastatal car or a government car that will never be yours. Let that truth sink in you. I would better struggle with a young man of my size rather than get a married man who has 5 children and 3 wives and I become the 5th wife in the name that we are dating and he has money. It's not about money, it's about my 50 years, my 30 years to come. And so please, girls and men, if you come and you want to be dated by a woman who is very rich, what about his richness? What about your life? Huyu mtu hata you are not in the same par. You know, the man is 50 years. You are 20. By the next 20 years, Tuatua will have gone. And so you'll be suffering, you'll be masturbating, you'll be doing with Miko, Machupa, because you cannot compensate. This man has already eaten his good life and destroyed himself. So if I were you, I would never date someone who is married and someone who is married, a woman or a man. I wouldn't. And as Pastor Anu has said, please do due diligence. Know who is this person. Because relationships are places where you can die, literally die. Your dreams can die, your visions can die. You can live a very miserable life in marriage if you get the wrong man and you get the wrong wife. I came to tell you, sober up now that you are young. Please seek counsel, you know, get someone who can walk the journey with you. Wacha kuingia kwa relationship alafu unagundua huyu jamaa ni mtu wa mabangi, ni mtu wa manini, ni mtu wa nini. Huyu dem akona body count 300, my dear. Be sober. Be sober. That's very important. My number is 0712 265 746 0712 265 746. And if you are there, you have erectile dysfunction, you have side effects of masturbation, please, Pastor Sue is the person to see. Because we have a hospital at Kasarani, Clay City Medical Center, from Monday to Sunday. That's where we work. We reverse all these side effects, and at the end of the day, you're able to rise up to the occasion. So don't go into marriage with masturbation issues. You need to deal with them before you get into marriage, because marriage is not a solution for masturbators and erectile dysfunction. But I want to say there is hope. And so it is private and confidential. We'll make sure that we treat you and things going to be all right. See you when I can't avoid you. God bless.
Pastor Munene, seal it for you have a big job to seal the show.
Thank you for being in this show. I hope we have helped you today. And if you are there, you have any issue about dating, about masturbation, a spiritual issue, that's why we are here. Kindly reach us, talk to us. We are ready to help. The Monenes and the Salanos,
especially the Salanos,
are ready to help you with counseling, with the advice, and whatever you need. It's not too late if you come for advice. Otherwise, God bless you, we love you, and see you next time.
All right. Thank you so much. Vitabu tutapata wapi?
Yeah, we have 4 books.
There you go.
I hear.
Yeah.
Kamera
Kamera ni mingi studio. Unaona ziko mingi.
Kamera nyumbani ndio hii.
Iko sawa.
So we have 4 books. The 5th one is in the loop. Sacred Intimacy, for those who are in marriage that is almost dying, it's boring. This book will help you. Healing After Infidelity, if you are heartbroken and now you need healing, this is the antidote. Bridging the Distance, for those who are in a long distance marriage, we have a book that can help you bring that distance very close. Conflict Management in Marriage, mkikasirikiana mnakaa 3 months amungaleshani, nil by mouth. This book will help you solve you. And the 5th book is called From Lust to
a
lasting
lasting marriage.
Last year, LU. Lasting.
Yes,
Yeah, it's coming very soon.
that.
And also we offer counseling sessions for couples who are also abroad, those who are in Kenya, virtual and physical. If you want to get in touch with us, just look for us on 0728 794 307, 0728 794 307, or 0716 876169, 0716 876169.
All right. Mmepatiwa solutions. Please msiseme hatukusaidiana. Mimi namba yangu mkinitaka ni 07.
You are waiting.
I also don't have it.
You don't have
I need to have it.
If you want to contact me, just take my 071. Oh my goodness, what a complete pleasure it has been having you guys, the studio is on fire. Yes. Of course, tonight we've been having that discussion, and we really appreciate your feedback, you watching. Say what?
Say what?
Say what? Until next time, God bless you, man. Hizo namba mpige simu mpate usaidizi wa kila kitu. If you know what I mean. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.